Hey guys, today I will be doing a review for the Sakura Hatsune Miku figure from Moe Plus. If you watched my California haul, then you'll know I got this from the Japanese Tokyo lifestyle stores in Southern California. I got mine for about $25, but they do range in price depending on where you get them, even between the different Tokyo stores. Some of the Tokyo stores have figures just like these for $25 as I bought mine, but other ones have them for $50 or even $60. So definitely shop around, check out what you can, and if you don't live in the Southern California area, you can definitely find these online from retailers like Amazon. So let's open her up. So, okay, I lied a little bit. We're going to look at the packaging first before I get this open. And as you can see, there is a large screen where we can see most of the pieces. We can tell that there's other faces and stuff. And then on the packaging itself, we can see a bunch of stuff just written in Japanese, as well as some of the poses that you can put your figure in. Alright, so now we are going to open it up. So basically it's just opening any old box, and we're going to slide out the pieces, and we can see that it comes in one of those little plastic containers, I guess, that holds everything in place so we can see it while it's in the box, but it also makes sure that nothing falls out or rattles around, so it keeps everything pretty safe. So now I've laid all the pieces out in front of me so you can see exactly what the box comes with, except for the stand, which I will talk about later. But as you can see, we have the full Miku figure, we have an extra set of bangs, her ponytails, we have 2 more faces, a few more pieces for limbs, and of course her leek. Miku always has to have her leek with her. Before I jump right in and start taking her more apart than she already is, her pigtails did come off rather easily when I took her out of the plastic, but I just want to show her off a little bit just so you can see. Her legs actually do bend a little bit, as you can see here, and her head does turn so you can have her facing different directions, and her arms do, her arms do move, but they come off rather easily, I found, just by moving them up and down slightly. They do come loose, so it's definitely not something you want to give a little kid or use as an action figure. Now I'm showing you how to take off her bangs and her face to switch out the pieces. It was a bit difficult for me to do this, as it took a little over a minute just to get it off. It was really stuck in there, which is a good thing because then we know her face isn't just going to fall off when she's being displayed. So as I mentioned briefly before, one of the things that you can change out are her bangs, and as you can see she comes with 2 different ones, but they're very, very similar. It has a nice cherry blossom pattern on the side, and then as you can see they're pretty much identical except for that one little piece of like extra hair hanging down. So I wish there was a little bit more variety if they gave us 2 different bangs to play with. Then we have 3 different faces that you can choose from: a surprise face, a happy face, and a regular face. I do like that the eyes on the happy face and the regular face have a bit of pink in them to match with the cherry blossom theme. Moving on to the limbs, she does come with an extra leg and it's already bent for us. And then we have another arm which is also bent. And then it comes with an extra hand that you can interchange. And there's a hole inside the hand that fits her leek perfectly because, you know, again, always have to have her leek with her. So now I'm going to put her back together in the way that I'm going to be displaying her, and I'm just going to go with the regular face, and I'm also going to go with the bangs that were originally on her. I know it's kind of boring, but I do like the little extra piece of hair coming down. It gives it a little bit messier look, and I like that. Now I'm just sticking her head back onto her body, and as you can see it goes on pretty easily and it stays on really nicely. So I am going to differ a little bit from the starting figure because I just have to give her the leek. I've been saying this whole time she needs the leek, so I have to display her with it. So now I have to stick all the little things back into her head, and honestly I kind of feel like I'm playing Mr. Potato Head here. The pieces snap in really nicely and it feels pretty much like I'm putting in the eyes, nose, mouth, or whatever on a Mr. Potato Head. So they do fit in securely, but they aren't too tight. Her pigtails are a little bit of a different case though. I have another Miku figure and I find that with both of them, the pigtails fall out a little bit more easily than the rest of the pieces, so you have to be extra careful with them. So again, this is the configuration that I decided to go with my figure, but there are a few other different combos that you can choose. The last thing that comes with this figure is, of course, the stand. And I like how this one isn't just clear like a lot of other ones, but it does add some of the cherry blossoms that can be seen throughout her hair, so I thought that was a nice touch. On the downside, I'm not really a fan of these kind of stands. As you can see, it only holds her up by her feet, so if you did choose the bent leg or to move her feet a little bit, she won't really stand that well. I like the stands that hold them by the waist better because they seem to be more secure to me. Overall, I do like this figure. I really like the design, but I am partial to cherry blossoms and Hatsune Miku. I do like the customization that this figure provides, but I'm not a fan that some of the pieces, like her bangs, are just too similar. I think they could have given us a little bit something more if they were going to include another piece. I'm also not a big fan of the way the stand functions. As I said earlier, I do prefer the ones that hold them around the waist. It's just more secure to me. But for the $25 price tag that I was able to find this at, I think it's a great deal. But if you like Hatsune Miku, then I suggest picking this up.